everybody. This is Jim Hawk from Team Hawk Realty. Thank you for joining me this morning. Today I want to talk about 5 things that buyers and sellers should be looking for in their real estate agent. Number 1 is trust. Really the number 1 quality consumers should be seeking in their agent is trust. Buyers and sellers want and deserve full disclosure at all times about every document and every situation. They want to be given the heads up about the important changes that affect them during their transaction. They really want to know what their realistic expectations are, when they're buying and when they're selling. So an agent going in and saying you're going to be able to buy, a house that would normally sell for $400,000 and you can get it for $300,000 is setting unrealistic expectations. If someone's selling their house and it's only worth $350,000 and you tell them you're going to get $400,000, you're just setting them up for failure. It's not what people want these days. Today's clients don't like any last minute changes and they want to be told exactly the way things are. And that's something that we train and work on a regular basis at Team Hawk Realty. Responsiveness. Clients want us to respond to their emails and texts immediately, or set ground rules that let them know when we will be able to respond. And a perfect example of this is I never bring my cell phone into a meeting. So when I go into a meeting with another client, my cell phone does not go in with me. And I tell all my clients this when we meet, that I will know as soon as I leave the meeting that they called or they text or emailed, and I will return their calls or texts as soon as I leave that person's property. I'll go through an order of who's called. And all the agents from our office are trained to do exactly the same thing. And it's crazy, but some clients rank responsiveness even ahead of professionalism and expertise in a marketplace. So it's so important for us as agents to respond quickly. The next thing, always advise our clients if something has come up and we're going to be running a little bit late. If we're meeting you at 6 o'clock and I don't get finished my meeting before that until 5 to 6 and I've got a 20-minute drive, I will call you and say, look, I'm very sorry. I got tied up in a meeting and I'm going to be late. There's nothing worse than not calling somebody and having them sit and wait for you to show up at 6 o'clock and you don't show up for 10 or 15 minutes later. We always call. That is so important for everybody on my team. Poor communication. Miscommunication by email or text can happen. I mean, in today's technology, things get lost. Short texts, not to the point, can be confusing and misunderstood. So it's important that we try and, if we do a short text, that we try and elaborate a little bit further once we've got more time. Clients want simplicity of texts and emails, and they want them to be diligent to communicate effectively with their ideas. We need to communicate effectively, and in this day and age, it's so much different. I'm 30 years in the business. Back in the day, it was a phone call, and you always understood exactly where somebody stood during a phone call. Today, with texts and emails, you don't always get a clear understanding of how people feel, so it's our job to really make sure we have a clear understanding by the end of the communication. We want to eliminate any complicated situations or any issues or any problems. And lack of personal touch, taking pride with staying in touch on a regular basis with our clients is a must. Sometimes it's just a call, set aside an evening and make a few phone calls and touch base with people you may not have touched base with. There may not have been any new listings that come up that met their needs, but staying in touch with the clients, let them know that we are still out there and we are still available. Sometimes it's as simple as, sending an email saying that there's been no showings on the house for the past few days, and have an explanation for why you think that may be the case, and go with that. Poor negotiating skills is the very last one. And this is a key driver when we're working for a client. You need to have effective negotiating skills to provide the best outcome for your client. This is an absolute must. We train on this on a regular basis. There are different techniques that can be used, but our job is to make sure that we do the absolute best job for every single one of our clients. You are our priority at that time, so we take this very seriously. If you have any questions or any concerns, please feel free to call myself or one of my agents, 705-527-7877, and please keep smiling and enjoy the blessings that come into your life every single day. Thank you very much.